The Ben Simmons saga has dragged on for so long, I've actually gotten bored of it like 3 or 4 times already. It looks like the Sixers are happy to have him sit until they can find a viable trade for him. And from the reports, it doesn't seem like Ben's complaining. However, that does mean that somebody's gonna have to play Simmons' minutes. I mean, how are the Sixers gonna be the Sixers without having a guy out there who just won't take shots in the fourth quarter?
Nope.
What are you doing?
Except, it looks like they've managed to get a guy who would be happy to do that. For those of you that don't know, that is Tyrese Maxey, and the Sixers selected him with the 21st overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft. So far at least, it looks like that was a steal, and if he continues to play like this, the Sixers may be happier letting Simmons sit out for a little while longer. So let's take a look at the youngster and see exactly why this is the case. Let's start with his offensive package. He is blisteringly quick, and his handle is really nice and tight, which allows him to get to the basket reliably despite his size. His size actually helps him to some degree, allowing him to bundle himself up, almost like a bullet piercing through the heart of the defense. He shoots 5.4 shots from inside 5 feet, which is third among sophomores, and he shoots 58.4% on these shots. It's been a really good source of offense for him. Here's an example of that. He lulls the defender to sleep by hanging in the air and hits him with the filthy crossover, and then when he gets to the basket, he finishes it off with a nice little finish. Here's another one. He dribbles the ball through his legs and then just hangs in the air for a split second again, and then bursts by his guy and glides in the air to get the finish off. Here he whips out a mini hezzy, which is just enough to throw some doubt in the defender's mind, and by then he's at a head of speed and is headed right to the basket. Here he shows some nice physicality as opposed to speed, and gets the bucket and the and one. He has a nice little floater in the bag. He shoots 47.7% on 2.1 shots from floater range. His pull-up game is pretty solid as well. He shoots 5.3 pull-ups on 43% efficiency. Here the Kings switch Richaun Holmes onto him, and he drives hard and pulls up, and that's some nice touch on the shot. Here he is off the ball and he drives hard to the elbow before pulling up, and that's a swish. Here Drummond helps him out by giving him a screen, and because Nurkic is almost always going to drop, it leaves acres of space in the mid-range for Maxey to pull up and hit this. Here he gets the initial screen from Drummond, but is met with a trailblazer wall on the other side. So what does he do? He flips back the other way and uses Drummond to get away from Dame, and that opens up space for him to drive, and that's green. His shooting has been pretty reliable as well. He shoots 37.7% from 3, which is pretty good. His attempts aren't particularly high, and he takes the vast majority of his shots from inside the arc. This tells me there might be some room for him to grow as a shooter. I think that if he gets stronger, his shot could become even more consistent. His efficiency has dropped off recently, so that's something to monitor. He's also been asked to handle the ball late in the shot clock, and that's why I think he could be really valuable for the Sixers team. The last thing I want to mention about his scoring is his ability to hit tough shots. Here he gets nudged by Curry, and fading away into the photographers, he hits this. This shot right here is just crazy. I mean, what is that? His playmaking hasn't been terrible either. He's averaged 5 assists so far this season, His speed puts pressure on defenses and forces them to collapse, which opens up opportunities for shooters. He's shown potential as a pick and roll playmaker, and he's also a good passer in transition. He has a 22.2% assist rate, which is 6th among sophomores, as the graphic on your screen now shows. He also has a 3.92 assist to turnover ratio, which is not only best among sophomores, but it's not even close. This is a huge indicator that compared to his peers, the ball is pretty safe in his hands. Overall, the Sixers are 11.6 points per 100 better offensively when he's on the court. Defensively, he is not as impactful. The Sixers are 7.8 points per 100 worse when he's on the court. He does give a lot of effort on that end though. For a guy who is his size, he gets up to contest and block shots more than you think. And yes, that is Nikola Jokic. He also has very active hands and will really get stuck in at times. Overall, the majority of his impact is gonna come on the offensive end though. Overall, it looks as though the Sixers have a serious player on their hands. Regardless of what happens with Simmons, Tyrese Maxey has proven that he should definitely be in the Sixers' future plans. Well, that was all for this video. If you did enjoy, please politely tap that like button, and until next time, it has been your boy, Zachary McAllister. Have a good day.